Hello again. In this third video in the series, I'm going to be showing you some other everyday carry items that aren't strictly tools. They're simply items that I do carry with me every day. And they're items that are going to fall outside the scope of a multi-tool or a pocket knife. The first thing that I do carry every day is a small flashlight. Even during the day, I find many uses for this while I'm at work. And at night, of course, searching for your keys when they fall on the ground, as well as any number of other uses. I use this many times a day. The other item, it's actually a category of items, would be a way to start a fire. So the first thing, what I really prefer is this Zippo lighter. It has a sleeve over it because the notorious downside of Zippos is the fluid does evaporate over time, especially when it's hot out, a week and a half, 2 weeks max, and this thing would be a bone dry if you don't keep it full every day. And so this slows that process down. Inside it, I also carry an extra wick and an extra flint piece. So the other lighter that I carry is this, standard Bic lighter. I don't really use this, and you can tell what I did is I put this strap around it and zip tied it so that it doesn't leak inside my pocket. I've had that happen before, and it does kind of burn. Plus, it just wastes it, and if you needed it truly and you didn't have it, then you'd be hosed. And then the third way to start a fire is this, it's called a ferrocerium rod. If you strike this with a sharp object like a knife, it'll just shower sparks, and you can start a fire that way too. So I can give the rationale later in a different video regarding why I carry 3 fire starting options, but what it amounts to is, there are just fire is very important in cold weather, and it could mean the difference between life and death, especially if you're traveling on a motorcycle like I do in very desolate areas. If you break down, you could really be in a bad situation, if you didn't have a way to start a fire. So there's that. The other item that I carry is a bandana. There's just a multitude of uses for that. Also, in this bundle that I'm about to show you, it may seem a bit silly and unwieldy, but it's simply a way of keeping all these things together. I carry them either in a cargo pocket, or if I'm looking like a real weirdo, feeling like a real weirdo, I'll put them around my neck and stuff it down my shirt. And it's not that weird looking in this winter time because if you have a jacket on and you're layered up. But anyway, so in addition to that ferrocerium rod I showed you, I also have a spork. And you'd be surprised how often I have needed this. That's a can opener right there, and then this thing right there is a bottle opener, and then of course the spork portion. There are just many times where you just on a spur of a moment decide that you want to eat something, and you buy something, or even you have a thing of peanut butter that you bought at the store, and you're like, oh man, I could use some peanut butter right now and drink my milk that's sitting there. And so that's what I use this for. And then also this piece of junk plastic sporks that you get at Taco Bell or whatever, they're worthless, so I just use this. The other thing is, this is sort of this would fall in the category, I suppose, of a tool, but you have a little pry feature, and you have a bottle opener here, and these are pretty worthless in my opinion. Those are just for bolt heads, but mainly I use it for it's for a pry tool. And then I suppose if you really wanted to lay someone's head open in a fight, you could probably put this on your knuckle, but that might hurt too, I don't know. So anyways, and then the final item here on this is this wire saw. So when we were kids, you saw Rambo. I think he's one of these in his little survival kit, and that's just for if you run into a situation where you do break down in the middle of BFE somewhere, and you don't have any manageable sized pieces to start a fire with. You can cut this, and then and in a god-awful scenario, I suppose, where you're really in a life and danger situation, you might throw that around someone's neck, and that'd make short work of them, I'm sure. The other thing is, I'm not going to walk over there and get it. Yeah, I will. is this paracord bracelet. This is basically a bracelet that you wear, and if you're ever in the need of some paracord, this has 550 pounds of strength per square inch, I guess. I'm not sure how they really rate it, but it can, in other words, I guess it'd be the tensile strength is 550 pounds, so it won't break until it surpasses that. So this is good. I've actually had to use paracord before. I had a belt break, I believe. No, it was a shoelace, just a shoelace. Yeah, and I had to use some paracord in a real situation where I think I was at work and my shoestring broke. I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Well, get out the paracord and take care of it. And also, if you had some sort of a altercation with a criminal and you needed to tie them up until the police came, this could certainly do the trick. So, anyways, I do carry those items every day also. And in the next video, I think I'm going to start talking about my bug out bag. I had a friend request I do a video on that. So, anyways, until next time, take care.